Hi everyone, today we'd like to discuss Hydra. It was a request from one of the videos as a comment. Okay, so if we go to the Hydras, there are 5 Hydras, so common, elder, ancient, dreadful, and legendary. Each of them gives you a reward in dust and sphere, so Hydra is very important for your titans. Without killing all the heads of the Hydras, you will not be able to move ahead your titans. So as you see, each head has gives you a little bit and more reward. So for example, common Hydra gives you 295 one sphere, but if we go to ancient Hydra, it gives you almost more than the double in dust, and then it gives you 4 of sphere. Dust is probably the most expensive unit in the game and the most difficult to get outside of Hydra. Okay. As you see, legendary Hydra price to you 4,000, whereas the other ones give you less than 4,000. So killing the legendary Hydra is the most important thing. If you are able to kill all the heads, you will get approx 7,300 dust and 31 spheres. By probability, these 31 spheres will give you approx 1,200 dust. In other words, if you are able to kill all the heads of the Hydra during 1 month, during 30 days, you will get approx 2,055,000 dust that matches approximately what it will be the artifact of one Titan. So if you kill all the heads during 1 month, you are able to max out the artifact of one Titan. Okay. In other words, if you do it during 1 year, you will be able to max out 4 Titans, the artifact of 4 Titans. Then the question here is what are these heads? Are they the same? Are not the same? There are 6 Hydras. They are different, all of them. And how the Hydra works, they have a basic attack and they have the ultimate. For this Hydra, darkness, water, earth, light, wind, and fire, there are some that they are physical attacks and some that they are magic attack, and one that is a mix of both of them. Water, earth, and fire are physical attack. Darkness and light are mainly magic attack, and wind is a mix between magic attack and physical attack. So let's discuss the 6th head. Darkness is a magic attack as a basic attack and has magic attack also as an ultimate. And what this ultimate does, it prevents healing. Okay, darkness prevents healing. Water is physical attack as a basic attack, physical attack as a ultimate, and the ability when it ultimates is slow down the team, and the heroes that they are close to the head get more damage. Then we go to Earth. Earth is physical attack and physical attack for basic attack and for ultimate, and the ultimate what it does, it stuns the first hero and also it affects nearby heroes. Okay, so the first hero you have attacking the earth will get stunned and around the first hero. Then we have light. Light is magic attack as a basic attack and pure damage as a ultimate. When the Hydra ultimates, it also blind the enemy and reduce the accuracy of the team. Then we have wine that give you physical attack as a basic attack and magic attack as an ultimate. The ultimate, what it does is push back your whole enemy team and slow down the team. And then finally we have fire. Fire is a physical attack for basic attack and for ultimate, and what the ultimate does, it burns the enemy, so it does damage during a period of time. Okay, so these are the 6 heads. What teams I will recommend versus this 6 head? They are very specific teams that they usually work versus some particular Hydra. The theory of Hydra is there are some heroes that you can only use for Hydra and you cannot use in battle. So what you need to find is a team that you can use in battle but also works well in Hydra. So this team is Aiden Cesar, it's my recommendation. And if you can, you need to work with Massey. This team is very nice if you are working in Chaos because you already have Cesar and Aiden, and Massey is the hero you need to build for Chaos team to be able to keep progress. So this team is the team you will use against progress probably. Then you will put Astaroth as a tank, and then you will put Martha or Iris depending if it's Astrid or Ginger. Okay, so having this team is very important. Then to support this team, you need to get Martha and Faceless. Martha could be low level, doesn't require to invest too much, and Faceless also. Martha, you need a little bit of health, and for Faceless, you need the weapon artifact. Okay, this team will be the best team you can build versus Hydra by far. Some heads can be killed by this team. Okay, as simple as it is. I will show you this later. So if you analyze this team, the idea is Cesar Massive will be the magic dealers. Then Aiden will increase the health of Cesar and Massive, which will make that as time passes, they will do more and more damage. Then you have Martha that will speed up the team and give healing. And then you have Faceless. Faceless gives magic penetration, but also Faceless need to be used to copy Martha or Aiden ultimate. And this is how you will do damage. So if you work in a chaos team and you have already Cesar and Aiden, you have Massive probably to kill progress, you only need to build a dirty Faceless and a dirty Martha. Then let's go to the second team, the common second team, and is probably the best team in the game, which is Tough. Okay, Artemis, Fafnir, and Tristan. The only difference is in a normal battle you will use Luther and Clever or other different type of tanks. Here, instead of using Clever and Luther, what we are going to use is we are going to use Dorian. Dorian gives you health and also gives you the artifact of physical attack. So in Dorian, you only need to work on health to be able to survive and to do the physical attack weapon. Okay, so but in mind you cannot work the physical attack. You don't have the resources. Then don't invest too much in Dorian. If Dorian dies, the importance of Dorian is the vampiric aura and the weapon artifact. If you don't have the weapon artifact, the only thing you are care about Dorian is vampiric aura. And despite Dorian dies, you're still having vampiric aura, which means when your other heroes does damage, they will heal themselves. Okay, so if you cannot work in the weapon, you can go with this. And then you have the second damage dealer of this team, which is Galahad. Galahad is one of these heroes that still for some very niche use cases only works versus Hydra. Okay, like in battles you see only very few times. Now with the new talisman, with critical hits has improved, but still I think it's very niche use case. So if you have already Tough and your first team is Tough and you don't have Chaos, then yes, working Galahad as the only hero you are going to build versus Hydra. This is the idea. And then we have the third team. The third team changed a lot, but the core of the team is always you and Mojo. So Mojo is a hero that you can use versus Tough sometimes, and you is a hero that, Mojo you can use versus Tough, but also is core of the nature team, which is Matsi, Mojo, and Albanor. And then you have you, and you is 99.9% of the times only used versus Hydra. You don't need to invest too much on him. As you see, I have it in Violet 3, and I still been able to go to the highest Hydra, and it does the job. Okay, the same from Mojo. You don't need to invest too much in Mojo because the X mark is still alive despite Mojo life. As far as Mojo put an X mark, then it can die. So this team, you don't need to invest too much. Ideally, will be the most common use case will be with Albanor to protect them as a tank, Celeste because they are nature heroes, Celeste, and then Thea. Okay, but Celeste, Thea is almost not used, and Celeste is very used very few times. So they are heroes that you use only for Hydra. So in my opinion, focus on the Tough team, focus on the Chaos team with Massey and Faceless, and then you can work in a dirty Mojo and a dirty you. If, for example, you don't have Albanor and you have Progress, you can put the core of Progress in a manner that the shield will protect Mojo and you, and then you are still doing damage. It's perfectly valid at 13. Okay, you don't need to go super crazy to try to build the specific team. Saying this, there are variations of this team depending on the Hydra, as I mentioned. Like for example, if you play against, let me go to put the common team. There, what is there? Yeah. Okay, in mind you go against the Wine Hydra. So instead of putting Avanor, you put Anbari because the Wine Hydra push the enemy, the team back and slow down, and the Anbari will prevent this to happen. Okay, So this is a particular use case. There is another use case where people use Sebastian, for example, versus Earth instead of using Thea. So it would be something like this. So instead of using Thea, they use Sebastian, and this happens versus Earth. And then there are other combos where instead of using probably Sebastian and Celeste, they use QQ, where you meow. Hmm, yeah, sorry. And then Jasmine. Okay, there is this combination of team which is the best 13 versus water. For water and earth, then the teams change. And again, are you going to work in QQ when no one's use it? You know, instead in for very niche use cases, not worthy. In other words, if I was you, I would focus on you Mojo as your 13 and put something around them to make them to survive. And there is the idea. We are going to see a couple of examples here. No, no. Let me go to see journal. As you see, for example, we see one here which is versus fire with only one team, which is the team I was referring before, and you were able to kill the fire. Okay, then oh, super slow. Versus light, the same. It will be exactly the same team, and you don't need to really work much more than this team. Then versus darkness will be exactly the same team. You see, only one team is able to kill darkness, and then water, as I mentioned, is the fifth Hydra, more difficult Hydra to kill. Where we was able to do 152, which sounds all right. And he went with the one I mentioned before, which is Massey Cesar, and then he went with Taff, with Galahad, and then the one above is his own weird combination, but at the end is Mojo Yu. And darkness, water, wind. Wind, we have here 92 million damage. Wind is the 6th Hydra, the most difficult one to beat. And in this case, for example, this is a very weird combination. I will not advise this combination, but still, he's using this one here that does damage. With you here, the other ones doesn't make too much sense. And we need to ping him. Anyway, we always win, so no problem. And then we have finally one I think we have not touched, which is Earth. Let's see what we have used in Earth. Okay, yeah, these two, which is the two things I said, and then at the end it's always the same. And that case, this is quite good. Maybe instead of Mojo, I would use there. Sorry, instead of Orion, I would use there, but this is the three things we were talking about. And you have an example of the damage done against Earth, which is middle, 3 or 4 Hydra, more difficult to beat. But I give you this, I probably give you an idea on how to kill the Hydras. Okay, you will not have any problem. So, in my opinion, if you are working on Chaos, you have already Cesar and Aiden, and probably Massey to kill progress. So you only need to work in a dirty Martha and a dirty Faceless, and you will do a lot of damage. And if you have Tag, which is unadvisable, you only need to work in Galahad to make Galahad to survive, and Dorian to give you Vampiric Aura, and if possible, the physical attack weapon. And then with only these two things, and you add as a 13 Mojo Yu, very dirty Mojo and you with any other team that can protect them, you will be able to kill Hydra without any problems. Okay, hope it helps, and see you soon.